It's a different venue, and I'm Rita Schmidt-Sudman with the Water Education Foundation. It's my privilege this morning to welcome you, and no, you're not at a wedding, although I hope that the spirit of marriage and commingled ideas and things will permeate through, and we'll have some new ideas on the Delta, some new, fresh, loving thinking with the stakeholders. Anyway, it is a different venue, but we think it's kind of fun, and just to tell you really quick, the logistics of the day is we will be discussing as we are here, and then lunch will be back there. You'll adjourn to lunch, and then I hope that you will stay for our reception, because today is really also, we'll talk about new thinking and different ideas, but today is really a celebration of the uniqueness of the Delta, the sense of place that it is. And so we have a celebration of some of the produce of the Delta. We have, you can see some of the pears, the asparagus, the pears. Rebecca Scott with our staff is married into a Delta pear family, so she's brought the pears. We have, I used to call it endive, but I've been told now it's called endive. And yes, and get that right, because Rich Collins corrected me. And I had years of French. So I called him and I said, we'd like you to donate some endive. And I thought that was good because it was better than, you know, endive. But anyway, it was wrong. It's endive. So get that, everyone. And he generously did, so we'll have some hors d'oeuvres. And 5 wineries, Vinzano, Wilson, Herringer, Earhart, and Hannah Nicole Vineyards. So we'll have a nice reception at 4:30. We do hope you stay for that. Now, today, the Water Education Foundation is really pleased today to help bring this program to you. And it is a different way of looking at the Delta. We are hoping that today, with our title, Changing Our Perspective, New Ways of Thinking About the Delta, that there will be some of that today. And for that reason, we are very pleased to be partnering with the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta Conservancy. Excuse me. The Delta Conservancy was established as part of the California Water Policy Reform Act of 2009. And you all know that under this law, the new Conservancy is a primary state agency for implementing 2 things: ecosystem restoration and promoting economic vitality in the Delta. So a few months ago, we were pleased when the Conservancy's Executive Director, Campbell Ingram, came over to the foundation and talked with us about putting this program together today. Campbell came by the way of the Nature Conservancy. He's also a graduate of the Foundation's Water Leaders Program. And I do want to tell you that the bios of all the people today, extensive bios, are in your packet, so we won't spend a lot of time talking about everybody's illustrious background. But Campbell, come on up.
Thank you. Adjust the microphone a little bit here. Am I under there?
You're there. You're there.
I'm no longer Rita Schmidt-Sudman. Well, thank you all for being here and welcome. It's an event like this takes a great deal of effort and work to put on. But it's really gratifying to see this level of interest, this level of participation, folks being here willing to think differently about the Delta and how we move forward in the Delta. I did want to recognize a few of our board members this morning. Mr. Ken Vogel is here. He is the vice chair of the Delta Conservancy Board. He is a San Joaquin County supervisor. Also, Steve Chappelle is here from the Sassoon Resource Conservation District. He is on a liaison advisory group. And I don't know if Mary Pifo is here yet. She is the chair of our board. She should be here momentarily. And she is a supervisor with Contra Costa County. So the Conservancy is committed to thinking differently about how we assist the Delta, what we do in the Delta, how we move forward in the Delta. And we think that there needs to be a fundamental change away from this concept of that there are problems in the Delta that need solutions. Change that more to that there are issues in the Delta that need to be managed. That may seem somewhat semantic or simplistic, but we fundamentally believe that in doing that, we open up a great deal of new opportunities to think about how we can do restoration in the Delta, how we do economic development in the Delta, how we address the water supply issues, and also the flood issues within the Delta. As Rita mentioned, the Conservancy's role is to to do economic development and ecosystem restoration in the Delta. We view today as a bit of a coming out party in the traditional sense. We wanted to showcase that we are here now, we're on the ground, we're fully staffed. We do not have all the resources that we would like to at this point, but there are a few organizations that can say that they do. And also we are starting our strategic planning process. We have an interim strategic plan that you can take a look at on our website, but please do follow our website and look for opportunities to engage. We fundamentally believe that to have play an effective role in the Delta, we need the local interest to help us define that role, our goals, objectives, and strategies. So please take a look for opportunities to engage in that process. And at the reception, please feel free to engage anybody on staff, ask us any questions at all. We're here for you and happy to answer questions.